his predecessors. What do you make of it?
I think the Pope is fantastic. You know, I just think his tone, his humility, his, you know, I loved when he said the other day, you know, and it's our view too. We're not trying to, you know, make this a little bitty narrow thing. Anybody's welcome. We may not agree, you know, 100% on doctrine and theology, but you know what? The church, Catholic Church, our church, it's open for everybody. So I like his tone, not pushing people away, but I believe God's big and his mercy is very wide.
Authenticity, humility. Pope Francis is the perfect example of this. He is doing everything right. You see, people will listen to what we say if they like what they see. And as our new Pope, he was very, very symbolic in, you know, his first Mass with people of AIDS, his kissing of the disformed man, his loving the children, this authenticity, this humility, the caring for the poor. This is what the whole world expects us Christians to do. And when they go, oh, that's what a Christian does. In fact, there was a headline here in Orange County, and I love the headline. I saved it. It said, if you love Pope Francis, you'll love Jesus.
That was the headline?
That was the headline. Oh. It was the headline. I saved it. I showed it to a group of priests I was speaking to a while back.
Pope Francis I is known for his appeal to and concern for the common man. But by all accounts, his conservative views are very much in line with his predecessor, Pope Benedict XVI. It remains to be seen what changes he'll bring to the Catholic Church and how that will affect black Catholics and other Christians here in America and around the world. Joining us from Dallas, Texas, is one of America's most prominent religious leaders, Bishop T.D. Jakes of the Potter's House in Dallas. Bishop, welcome back to Washington Watch.
Thank you, Roland. It's a pleasure to be with you.
You know, I want to deal with the Pope first because it's very interesting when folks talk about, obviously, the pageantry surrounding the selection of a Pope, being, of course, the following in the footsteps of Peter, if you will. And so what do you believe the relationship exists or is or should be between the Roman Catholic Church and other denominations of the Christian faith? Is there actually commonality there where folks can actually do things together as opposed to saying, well, you're Catholic, I'm Baptist, you're Methodist, you're CME, AME, Church of Christ, all the different denominations?
You know, there are many opportunities for ecumenicalism in our society today. There are many outreaches that we have common ground about. I think one of the great mistakes in how we rationalize things in this country currently is that we have a tendency to perpetuate the ideology that we should focus on our differences rather than to focus on our commonalities. When I think of the Roman Catholic Church and their belief in Jesus, his death, burial, and resurrection, the fact that they serve the poor, the fact that they're interested in education. There are many things that we can gather around and agree upon. And in the areas that we do have agreement, I think there is great continuity between the Protestants and Catholics as it relates to the betterment of the human species in general.
Joel revealed to me an incredible opportunity he just had to meet with Pope Francis.
I just felt very honored and very humbled. Seeing the Pope give the Mass to 100,000 people that day, you just see, you know, he has such a heart to help people. I love the fact that he's made the church more inclusive, not trying to make it smaller, but to try to make it larger, to take everybody in.
Popular televangelist Benny Hinn joins us shortly. You may not know that Hinn has fond recollections of Pope John Paul. Then let me ask you this, Benny. Alessio Vinci, our correspondent, talked to many of these pilgrims standing in line. Most say they do not attend church or follow the church's teaching. Might this event change that?
Well, I believe it's going to. You know, you see what's going on earth today, the troubles, the questions, the fears that people have. And I think just there's a change happening. And what this dear Pope, Pope John Paul II, has done is he has made us aware of the fact we need God. And like I said, to see these crowds here and what's happening here just once again is such a clear sign that people around the world are turning to God. I'm just so glad I came for this morning's meeting just to honor the memory of this great Pope that has really touched my life as well as millions.
so that just resonates with me. You know, he really expressed his desire for us to pray for him. He asked us to pray for the Middle East.
It seems like the Vatican was trying to send a message by doing this. What would you say that is?
I think the message is that they respect people, all people, and that they want to see unity.
Was it surreal to be asked by the Pope to pray for him?
Yeah, it was amazing, you know, and even to go back in that part of the Vatican, there's so much history there, the places that they took us through, and just you feel that deep respect and reverence for God.